जय विष्णुपाद परमहंस परिव्राजकाचार्य स्तोत्र श्री श्रीमद His Divine Grace अभय चरणारविंद भक्ति वेदांत स्वामी प्रभुपाद की जय। जय विष्णुपाद परमहंस नित्य लीला प्रविष्ट His Divine Grace भक्ति सिद्धांत सरस्वती गोस्वामी प्रभुपाद की जय। अनंत कोटि वैष्णव वृंद की जय। नमच्चार्य शील हरिदास ठाकुर की जय। प्रेम से कहो श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद की जय। श्री श्री राधा कृष्ण गोप गोपीनाथ श्याम कुंड राधा कुंड गिरी गोवर्धन की जय। मथुरा वृंदावन धाम की जय। नवद्वीप मायापुर धाम की जय। जगन्नाथपुरी क्षेत्र की जय। गंगा माई यमुना माई की जय। वृंद देवी तुलसी महारानी की जय। श्री श्री राधा कृष्ण चंद्र की जय। श्री श्री कृष्ण बलराम की जय। श्री श्री निताय गौरांग की जय। श्री श्री प्रहलाद नरसिंह देव की जय। श्री श्री सुदर्शन भगवान की जय। हरि नाम संकीर्तन यज्ञ की जय। समवेत गौर भक्त वृंद की जय। All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. ग्रंथराज श्रीमद् भागवतम की जय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। नारायणं नमस्कृत्य नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरयेत्। नष्टप्रायेष्वभद्रेषु नित्यं भागवत सेवया भगवति उत्तमा श्लोके भक्तिर्भवति नैष्टिकी। Reading from Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam, first canto, 10th chapter, verse number 8. आमन्त्र्य चाभ्यनुज्ञातः आमन्त्र्य चाभ्यनुज्ञातः परिष्वज्याभिवाद्य तं परिष्वज्याभिवाद्यतम् रुरोह रथं कैश्चित् आरुरोह रथं कैश्चित् परिष्वक्तो अभिवादितः परिष्वक्तोऽभिवादितः आमन्त्र्य चाभ्यनुज्ञातः परिष्वज्याभिवाद्यतम् आरुरोह रथं कैश्चित् परिष्वक्तोऽभिवादितः आमन्त्र्य चाभ्यनुज्ञातः परिष्वज्याभिवाद्यतम् आरुरोह रथं कैश्चित् परिष्वक्तोऽभिवादितः आमन्त्र्य चाभ्यनुज्ञातः वाद्यतम् आरुरोह रथं कैश्चित् परिष्वक्तोऽभिवादितः आमन्त्र्य चाभ्यनुज्ञातः परिष्वज्याभिवाद्यतम् आरुरोह रथं कैश्चित् परिष्वक्तोऽभिवादितः आमन्त्र्य चाभ्यनुज्ञातः परिष्वज्याभिवाद्यतम् आरुरोह रथं कैश्चित् परिष्वक्तोऽभि आमन्त्र्य, taking permission, cha and abhyanugyatah, being permitted, parishvajya, embracing, abhivadya, bowing down at the feet, tam, unto Maharaj Yudhishthir, aruroha, ascended, ratham, the chariot, kaishchit, by someone, parishvaktaha, being embraced, abhivaditaha, being offered obeisances. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada. Translation. Afterwards, when the Lord asked permission to depart and the king gave it, the Lord offered his respects to Maharaj Yudhishthir by bowing down at his feet, and the king embraced him. After this, the Lord, being embraced by others and receiving their obeisances, got into his chariot. Please repeat. Afterwards, when the Lord asked permission to depart and the king gave it, the Lord offered his respects to Maharaj Yudhishthir by bowing down at his feet, and the king embraced him. After this, the Lord, being embraced by others and receiving their obeisances, got into his chariot. Purport. Maharaj Yudhishthir was the elder cousin of Lord Krishna, and therefore, while departing from him, the Lord bowed down at the king's feet. The king embraced him as a younger brother, although the king knew perfectly well that Krishna is the supreme personality of Godhead. The Lord takes pleasure when some of his devotees accept him as less important in terms of love. No one is greater than or equal to the Lord, but he takes pleasure in being treated as younger than his devotees. These are all transcendental pastimes of the Lord. The impersonalist cannot enter into the supernatural roles played by the devotee of the Lord. Thereafter, Bhim and Arjun embraced the Lord because they were of the same age. But Nakul and Sahadev bowed down before the Lord because they were younger than he. Spider. Thus ends the Bhaktivedanta purport. ॐ अज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मीलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः नमो ॐ विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्त स्वामिनिति नामिने नमस्ते सारस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेषा शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंदा हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे Some time ago, Mr. Ratan Tata, the famous industrialist of India, he was invited on the stage to be given Lifetime Achievement Award by Mr. Narayan Murthy, another famous industrialist philanthropist. And when we come on the stage to receive the award, sometimes, as a student, when we go, we touch the feet of the person, maybe the principal or somebody is there who give the top rankers their shields and mementos and medals. But here the reverse happened. Narayan Murthy gave award and then he touched his feet. And people were praising how humble it is. It is so nice to see. So it is not that we just like to get respect, but we also like to offer respect to some people. In getting respect, also, there is pleasure, and in offering respect, also, there is pleasure. So, why this pleasure is there? It is very, very difficult philosophical question. Why there is pleasure at all? Why do we want to get respected? Why do we get pleasure in getting respected? And why there is pleasure in offering respect? It is very, very difficult philosophical question. Rather, why there is pleasure at all? Why our mind is always seeking pleasure? So people are not able to understand from where this pleasure seeking tendency is present in us. But from here we can understand. Amantrya chabhiyugyataha parishvajyabhivadyatam. Parishvajyabhivadya. Some people are embracing Krishna, who are equal to Krishna, like Bhim and Arjun. Those who were younger to Krishna, Nakul Sahadev, they touched his feet, bowed down, offered respects. And Krishna also is offering respect to Yudhishthir Maharaj, who is elder brother. Because Krishna has these potencies, Krishna has this nature. Krishna likes to give respect. God likes that somebody should treat me as less important, it is mentioned here. So it is not that we always want to feel very important. Sometimes we want to feel less important. Prabhupada gives very nice example. Which story Prabhupada tells? Yes. Yes. Prime Minister Gladstone of UK. Hmm, Probably he was of UK. So Prime Minister Gladstone, somebody went to meet him. And the secretaries told him, no, he's very busy. So 1 hour passed away. More time went away. So he became eager to see what is keeping the Prime Minister busy. And then he goes inside to find his grandchild. He has become horse for his grandchild, and the child is riding on his shoulders. In this, he is busy. Very busy. So he is Prime Minister, but he also likes to become horse of his grandchild. So why this tendency is there that we like to become less important? We like to offer respect to others. Sometimes we like the position of subordinate because this is the tendency which is present in Lord. So the devotees we were discussing yesterday. So somebody asked a question. How do we believe that we are not also getting brainwashed into thinking, oh, you will go to Vaikuntha, back to Godhead? So just like the materialists are brainwashed, that you become very happy, very successful after studying and working very hard. So similarly, we are also getting brainwashed. What is the result? What is the proof of this thing? So of course, nowadays sufficient proofs are there. Every day we see the most successful people, they are hanging themselves, killing themselves. So the end result is not happiness. So that is why it is called a brainwash. There is ultimate distress. Immediate distress also to attain that. And once you attain that, the distress only increases further. It does not come down. But anyway, okay, agreed that this is misery. But how do we understand the factual existence of the spiritual reality? So it does not need any great proof. It just needs little bit of common sense. Prabhupada explains the entire Krishna consciousness is common sense. How it is common sense? So that is very simple. Why we have got tendency to eat, sleep, socialize, have brother, sister, cousins, we enjoy with them. Lord Krishna stayed couple of months with his cousins, with his relatives. He likes to meet them. They like to see Krishna. So why these tendencies are there in us? Because our source must have all these tendencies. There is a great design created here. We have got tongue to taste nice foodstuffs, and we have got vocal cords to talk very nicely, sing very melodiously. We have got sense of music. We like to hear music and we can create music. And we have got wonderful ears just to hear music and sound. It is a very wonderful machine. There are beautiful forms which are created around us. Any beautiful statue, if we have to make, can we make it? Most of us might not be able to do it. It needs special skill to carve a statue or to draw a painting. So we have got these skills. We have got eyes because our creator must have the sense of vision. A blind man can never create camera. Can he create? Blind man cannot create camera. A mute person or a deaf person can never create musical instruments. He has no sense of music. He does not know even sound exists. So one who has no experience of sound, how can he create speakers and music system or musical instruments? A person who has got no sense of taste, how can he create taste? We have so many tastes here and we have instrument of sensing the taste. We have understood in biology different glands are there and different portions are there in our tongue which sense a unique taste. Proper arrangement is there to sense taste. Temperature of the body is maintained to sense taste. If temperature increases, the taste goes away. Very specific arrangement is there. So tongue is given to taste, eyes are given to watch, ears are given to hear. So it means these faculties, this sense must be present in the creator, the designer. It is very simple to understand. So that is why designer is a person. We like to socialize because the designer, the creator wants to socialize. So the entire world has come from something. It cannot come from nothing. Now that something could be energy or energetic. The entire world coming from energy does not make sense because energy is never intelligent. Energy is always controlled. Somebody has controlled the energy, so this house has come up. The power, lights, computers, ACs, fans, everything is working. Somebody has controlled these energies. That is why we see design here, we see pattern, we see creation here. So there has to be controller of energy if we see design and beauty here. So that is why, because we see so much of design, intelligence, beauty, the origin should be conscious living entity, a person, because there is intelligence invested here everywhere. Without the help of intelligence, we cannot do anything. If our body is very fit, intelligence is not there, we cannot do anything, cannot perceive anything. Similarly, intelligence is there within every, intelligence is all pervading in the universe. Small ants also have got sense how to get food, how to defend themselves. They also have very nice management. There are unique ants which will go hunting for the food, unique ants which will store the food. They educate also the younger generation how to go hunting for food. So there is very great social interaction happening over there. They have intelligence. All the species of life, they know they have the intelligence of eating, mating, sleeping, defending, how to get their food, how to arrange their shelter. Similarly, every cell has got intelligence. Every cell does eating, mating, sleeping, defending. There is defense mechanism in the cell. All extraneous particles are not allowed. Certain particles are allowed. The cell also does eating. There is metabolism. There is defense mechanism. In every cell, there is intelligence, unlimited intelligence. So who has created this intelligence everywhere? So that is why the source cannot be energy, but intelligent person who is controlling the energies. And that is called God. Because he is the controller of all the energies. Energies are subordinate. There is no question of old age, disease, death, or any kind of anomaly in God. Sometimes God is shown very old. In movies, you will see sometimes with a long beard, white beard, because people apply common sense. He is the original person. Okay, he may have a long life, but now he must be very old, oldest. So that is why they show him white bearded person, old man. Or some people tell, yes, God, definitely. The world needs a creator. We agree. Only a foolish man will think the world has no creator. We see a lot of design and beauty. But after creation, he died. We also create. No, we make many paintings. We make wonderful automobiles, computers. And after that, we die also. So, like this creator created everything, the whole world, and now God is dead. So now we should take responsibility of making the world a better place. So we should do research, we should make industries, we should improve in technology, and the whole world which sustained for thousands of years, let us finish in next 60 years. This is their plan of betterment. So they tell, yes, definitely, there should be a creator, but creator is now dead. After creating, it is natural. After creation, we die. God also has gone. No, it cannot apply to God. If God has died, means there is some power which is acting even on God, which is making God old against his will. Nobody wants to grow old. So if there is some power which is over and above God, that means he's not God. Then God is somebody else. Like Brahma has created entire design, everything. Our bodies, this cells, and our past, present, future, everything is known to Brahma. He is creator of destiny. But Brahma also has a limited lifespan. He will also die. It means Brahma is not supreme. There is somebody who is even beyond Brahma. So that person on whom no power acts, he is God. If there is any power acting upon the creator, that means that power is superior, supreme. And the controller of that power should be God. So, thus, because God is the controller of all powers, he is the creator of time. There is no question of him coming into existence at some point of time because time itself is created by him. He is transcendental. Otherwise, if time is acting upon God, then that person is not God. There is somebody else who has created this time factor which is acting on God or Lord Brahma or other gods of this universe. That is why we call them demigods or subordinate gods. They are also God's controller, but they are not the supreme Lord because the time factor is acting even upon them. So, because God is controller of all the energies, we have to find that person who is supreme controller, and thus he cannot become old, he cannot die. And from him is we get our nature. From him, all the tendencies are coming in us. From him is the world emanating. Thus, he likes to socialize, he likes to laugh. So, because he is eternal, his family member, society must also be eternal. Nobody likes my family member should die, there should be separation. This tendency is coming from God. And because God is supreme controller, he does not want anyone to die. So there is eternal world, spiritual world, where there's no death. We don't want our family members to face any calamities. So if the supreme controller desires that these are my family members, they should be very happy. No power will act upon them. This is called Sanatan Dham or Vaikuntha. Kuntha means anxiety, where there is no anxiety because they are intimate associates, lovingly associated eternally in the service of God. There is no disturbance in their life. So, thus, it is very, very easy to understand Vaikuntha. All our features we are getting from the Supreme Lord. We like to socialize, he likes to socialize. There should be a society. We want to become king here, have many subordinates under us. From where this Ishvara Bhava lording over nature is coming? Because God has it. So God should have people who are subordinate. There should be unlimited subordinates. People want to become ruler of this planet. Earlier, they were ruling many, many planets like Bali Maharaj. So God should be the ruler of unlimited planets. So thus unlimited planets must exist. And all these people should be eternally subordinate to God. So there should be an eternal place. Eternally unlimited planets must exist. So thus it is very simple to understand Vaikuntha. And anyone creates anything for his pleasure. So this world is also created only for the pleasure of God. That is why if everything is utilized just for the pleasure of God, that is the purpose of existence. And when we align with the purpose of existence, we become happy immediately. Now the world is going away from the purpose of existence of this world. Instead of serving God, we are becoming God. Instead of utilizing things, we have not created this body. We have not created this all pervading intelligence. So the one who has created, it is natural. If we are going on the road, we find a cell phone. We will not start using it. If we are gentlemen or women, we will try to give it to the owner. So thus we have found this body. Now the common sense is it should be used in the service of God. That is the only purpose, because I have not created this. I have not created anything in this world. I can just manipulate. So I should manipulate it. The power is given so that I manipulate these things, matter, for the pleasure of God. It is very simple, common sense. Just like father, mother, they create family, children, property. Why? For their enjoyment. So the duty of the child should be to serve the parents, and it does also. Normally, they offer all respect to parents. He is never rebellious. Why, father, I should touch your feet. You should touch my feet now. One time I will touch, one time you should touch. No. He is always subordinate. He likes being subordinate to father. A normal child will not tell father, now you touch my feet. Of course, in Kali Yuga it happens now. They are beating their parents also. So somebody asked in a common, some spiritual gathering, why you are beating? Mother complained, Guruji, please guide my daughter. She is beating us. So he asked, why you are beating your parents? So she told, no, actually I was not doing it before. I took inspiration from my cousin or neighbor. I saw she is doing nicely, tackling the parents. Let me also try. So try me. I did like this. But it is not the normal case. In Kali Yuga, it is very age of great anomaly. So just like we never question why, Father, I should give you respect, we love giving respect because there is love. Similarly, we should not be envious when Krishna tells, Sarv Dharman Parityajya Mamekam Sharanam Raja, surrender unto me, serve me. We will always love our elderly, our parents, spiritual master. There is love. So we should, in a similar way, not become envious when God tells surrender, we should surrender. Mam Namaskuru, offer respects, we should offer respects. Just like parents teach child, offer respect. Child offers respect. In a similar way, God is teaching us. In this way, when there is loving relationship, we enjoy. God enjoys. When God is happy, we also enjoy. So thus, entire Krishna consciousness is common sense. God must be eternal because he is supreme power, controller of all the energies. And there should be eternal world. And going there should be the ultimate aim of life. Ultimately, we are also coming from God. God wants all the children should live with me. So God also wants that from us. So that should be the only objective of life, to go back to Godhead and serve God very nicely. It is common sense. There is Vaikuntha. There is no great. Yes, if a person is not even able to understand that creation needs a creator, then nothing can be done. This is simple axiomatic truth. It is very evident, but cannot be proven. It is axiom. It is very clear. However, Maya is very strong. And even though it is very simple, common sense, Maya does not let us understand. That is why Krishna tells in 7th chapter, Devi hi esha gunamayi, mama maya duratyaya. This Maya is very strong. Maya means illusory energy. Even though things are very clear, but then under the influence of intoxication, person is not able to perceive something which is very clearly evident. Or even without intoxication, there are various hallucinations which are created here. Sometimes you will think it is a field, but actually it is water covered with vegetation, floating vegetation. And you may think that, oh, there is no water here, it is mud, it is earth. And we hanker for water. Where is water? Where is water? And sometimes in the desert where there is only earth, we see water. So where there is water, we see earth. And where is earth, we see water. Akrura tells, this is my misfortune, that I have led a life of illusory existence, mistaking earth for water and water for earth. This is the nature of Maya, illusory energy. Even though it is very clear, it confuses us, bewilders us. So how to come out of Maya? Mam evaye prapadyante maya metam tarantite. One who surrenders unto Krishna, prapadyante, he is able to surpass the illusory energy. Otherwise, that is duratyaya. We cannot. Things are very simple to understand, but Maya will completely bewilder, confuse us always. So because God is a person, there is another very nice feature of Lord. Any person, when you render service, he becomes pleased and he becomes obliged. When you surrender to any person, Prabhupada explains, Kshatriyas, it is a rule, when anybody surrenders, you should give him all protection. And otherwise, also normal person, anybody comes to us, we try to defend them if they surrender unto us. So, but especially for Kshatriyas, because they are supposed to protect people on behalf of the Supreme Lord, anybody who surrenders, they must protect. Even Kali Purush, the person who has created nefarious activities in this age, who is responsible, he also surrendered to Maharaj Parikshit. Maharaj Parikshit, okay, he told, I will protect you. Don't worry. So anybody who surrenders, they should be given protection. So Prabhupada explains, so when ordinary king here gives so much protection to surrendered souls, if you surrender to Supreme Lord, the Supreme King, what kind of protection we can expect from him? If ordinary kings are giving such protection. So thus, if he surrender to Supreme Lord, he gives complete protection and he is capable of giving all protection. So that is why we should surrender. We'll get protection from the Lord. And then any person, if we don't just surrender, we engage in service, they become very much obliged. They also want to reciprocate. So that is why one thing is that we work very hard and we try to understand absolute truth. We try to, then that will take a very, very long time. Our empirical process, research work. Yesterday, Prabhupada was telling, if we use our sense perception, suppose there was no science taught to us, and simply we use our sense and we see sunrise and sunset every day, what shall we conclude from where sun is coming? From where sun is going? There is no physics taught to us. Simply by sense perception, if we see, what shall we conclude? Sun is coming from? Hmm? From Earth. From Earth, sun rises every day somewhere, and then it enters the Earth every day, correct? And Earth is flat. It is a flat surface, very big, huge surface. And from this surface, somewhere, this ball is rising up, and then it enters within this Earth. Every day, new ball comes up, and then the ball sets in, goes inside. However, the reality is completely different. It is nowhere in contact with Earth. It is far, far away from Earth. Rather, so many Earths can enter into that sun. Sun is not coming out of Earth. But this is called Maya. If we use our sense perception, we can be badly defeated. The sun is coming out and setting, it is an illusion. Sun is always there in its place. There is no rising, no setting. Because of our relative position, we feel sun is there and sun is. Similarly, we think that Krishna appears and Krishna disappears. Prabhupada explains, Krishna never appears, never disappears. Krishna is always there. Because of our relative position, we sometimes feel, oh, Krishna has taken birth, Krishna has gone, Krishna has disappeared, left the place. Krishna is always existing. And those who are advanced in love of God, Prabhupada gave example. When you travel in your plane towards the west, and Prabhupada is because he was traveling around the globe. We flew from this place to that place. So 12 hours have passed. From Europe, Prabhupada went to Los Angeles to America. And but he told we always saw the sun. We never saw sunset. For us, just 3 hours had passed. So if you travel in a plane towards west, you will always see sun. There would never be darkness. In a similar way, if you are always able to keep yourself Krishna conscious, then you will always see Krishna. Krishna will never disappear from the sight. So for ordinary people who cannot afford traveling in a plane, there will be sunrise, sunset. But those who can travel, there will never be sunset if they can always travel west. So that is why our perceptions are very, very deceptive. But this is one way. Now we increased our knowledge, we improved our sciences, and now we understand yes, sun is far, far away, sun is far greater. This is called Sankhya system. So the science is also one of the ways of finding absolute truth. But now entire community has got deviated. As a yogi gets some siddhis and they get deviated from those powers. Similarly, the science also was there to understand absolute truth. What is origin of universe? From where everything is coming? But now they have got diverted by these siddhis, which is called technology, for sense gratification. And nobody is studying pure sciences. People have forgotten absolute truth. Otherwise, this is the way. This is called Sankhya, analyzing the world to understand truth. So these scientists, those who are actual scientists, want to understand truth. If they continue this research, life, after many, many lives, they will come to the same understanding that Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So if you want to save time, just like we study book and understand what is sun, what is earth, what is relative position, and then we proceed with knowledge, take advantage of this knowledge. Similarly, if we are intelligent, we have reasonable faith. Already people have done research. And if I can surrender to this person, Krishna, he has declared himself. Nobody, no sane man declares that I am God. Crazy people can talk anything. But he was most sane man. He was a ruler. And he has declared I am supreme. He showed that he is supreme. Extraordinary powers. Then other people who have dedicated their life to find truth, they also have accepted Krishna as supreme. So the researchers of absolute truth have accepted Krishna as supreme. Krishna himself is declaring that he is supreme. And one who surrenders to Krishna, what to speak of Krishna, he also gets freedom from the control of laws of nature. Simply by serving Krishna, becoming servant of Krishna, one gets freedom from the control of nature. So thus, with this reasonable faith, if we immediately engage in service of Krishna, then we make our lives perfect. This is the process of Bhakti Yoga. Otherwise, normally, yes, a person grows in knowledge and then increases his intelligence. But then this civilization, which is so unintelligent, they have taken sense enjoyment as the aim of life. So Prabhupada explains, life cannot be made comfortable by setting up industries and all these things. Life can be made comfortable only by simple living and high thinking. The more we indulge in luxurious living, we will lose the comforts of our life, even basic comforts, and that we can see is happening in the society. Basic comfort of eating food is not there. People cannot digest their food. Thus, they are not able to derive any taste in eating food. They are getting diseased. People, any common man can afford nice sleep. Animals also are able to sleep peacefully. But people have lost their sleep also. There is so much chaos in the world that human beings also, they are supposed to be very secure, not like animals. But human beings also have become unsecure. Your phone can explode any day. Laptop can explode. Bomb can drop. World has become so dangerous. Anytime there can be death. In most secure country like United States, there is a mass killing every day for last many years, where at least 4 people are killed. No enemies will attack. Your own people will kill. So the basic defense is going down. Basic pleasures are going down. Thus life has become more and more uncomfortable. Gold medalist toppers of examinations are dying, committing suicide. So this is the pathetic situation. So if we are not satisfied with simple living and high thinking, simple living, high thinking will make a person comfortable, not by artificially increasing luxuries of life. So if we are not after simple living, we want to enhance our living standards, we have invited discomforts, and this discomforts will just increase in our life. So that is why it is very, very important that we engage in service of Krishna very nicely. When we engage in service of Krishna, then we will be able to realize all these concepts automatically. We need not wait for empirical research. Life after life, Krishna has got all knowledge. Simply, if Krishna is pleased with us, then he will give us all knowledge immediately. But when Krishna will be pleased with us, what do we do so that Krishna is pleased? So it is simple. When a person becomes pleased, so Prabhupada explains here. I can understand that it may be sometimes difficult by material consideration for our preaching work there. I could not bear so much cold even in August. But because you are so much sincere to serve Krishna, never mind a little cold. What is that? Only something touching my flesh, that's all. Because you are thinking in this way and pushing on the mission of preaching work despite any conditions, therefore you are getting the best advantage of Krishna consciousness movement. Because you have worked so hard for Krishna, making all sacrifice without any personal selfish motive, therefore you are making such nice advancement in spiritual life. Thank you very much for helping me in this preaching work. May Krishna bless you more and more. So Prabhupada is writing letter to a devotee who was apparently serving in Scotland, very cold. Even in August, it was so cold that Prabhupada could not stay there for a long time. But Prabhupada tells, you are so much sincere to serve Krishna, never mind a little cold. What is that? Only something touching my flesh, that's all. Because you are thinking in this way and pushing on the mission of preaching work despite any conditions, therefore you are getting best advantage of Krishna consciousness movement. Because you have worked so hard for Krishna, making all sacrifice without personal selfish motive, therefore you are making such nice advancement in spiritual life. So when we sacrifice for anybody, the person becomes obliged. Similarly, if we sacrifice for Krishna, work hard for Krishna, Krishna becomes obliged and we make advancement. Prabhupada is telling you are getting best advantage of Krishna consciousness movement because you are sacrificing and working hard in this way to push the movement. Therefore, you are making such nice advancement in spiritual life. Sometimes we feel that sufficient resources or facility is not there to follow Krishna consciousness. We feel helpless. I want to follow, but I'm not getting the right facility. I'm stuck. So Prabhupada writes here the formula for getting everything and anything. People are very eager to get anything and everything. But in such pursuit, they lose whatever they have, everything. They lose their life in such pursuits. But here Prabhupada is telling, giving the formula of getting anything and everything. Prabhupada tells, Krishna will help. We do not rely on anything non-Krishna, but he will give facility when he sees we want it very, very seriously. Working very hard and with great determination to get it, just to be able to serve him better. Then he will give everything and anything. He is the supreme proprietor, enjoyer, and friend. These three things, if we always remember them, our life will be completely perfect. So Prabhupada tells, remember three things, then our life will be completely perfect. If we want anything, whom do we have to approach? The person who owns that thing. And who is the supreme owner? Aham sarvasya prabho matta sarvam pravartate. Bhoktaram yagya tapasam sarvaloka maheshwaram. I'm the supreme proprietor. Krishna is the proprietor of everything, all the energies. So if we approach Krishna, Krishna can give anything and everything. He is the supreme proprietor. Anything and everything will be given by Krishna if we approach him. But why he is not giving then? I approach because he is, Prabhupada explains, three things. He is supreme proprietor, enjoyer, and friend. He is friend also. Sarvalok Maheshwaram Suridam. What is friend? There are different kinds of friend. There is Mitra, there is Suhrit, there is Bandhu. Mitra is official friend. What is official friend? Yes, sir. How do you do? Nice meeting you. Formal friendship in business. His heart may be burning seeing your success. But anyway, he has to show something. This is called official friendship. Then there is Bandhu. What is Bandhu? Oh, let us smoke. Let us smoke together. We'll go together. Together we'll go to hell. That is Bandhu. But what is Suhrit? He can slap you also if you are going on a wrong track. He is best well-wisher. So this kind of friend we need to have. Suhrit. So Krishna is our best well-wisher. He knows that if I give them this thing, he will get mad and spoil his life. This material opulence will spoil the life of this person. Thus, he does not give. So that is why those people who are completely obedient to Krishna, they have love of Krishna. Krishna gives them everything that he has. Ye athamam prapadyante tam sathaiva bhajamyaham. You offer whatever you have to me, then I will give you whatever I have. Whatever Krishna has, Krishna offers to his devotee. That is why the devotee of Krishna becomes as opulent as Krishna, rather more powerful. He controls Krishna. Krishna, with all his powers, becomes subordinate to his devotee. But if we are not devotee, if we get these opulences, we will spoil our life, as it is happening in the world today. So because he is best well-wisher, despite being the supreme proprietor, he does not give. So we have to understand, we have to depend on Krishna. Working very hard to increase material comforts of life is revolt against Krishna. Krishna, I am not satisfied with your arrangement. I'll work so hard and I'll get what you have not planned for me. So that is why this hard work is revolt against Krishna. And thus it is a great impediment in our spiritual life. Yes, over endeavor is a great impediment. It spoils. That is envy of Krishna. You have not arranged, but I will make arrangement. That is why Vedic culture means remain satisfied. Krishna has given you prasad, need not eat animals and other things. It means I am more intelligent than Krishna. Krishna has told, Patram Pushpam Phalam Toyam, you offer this and you eat this. I want to eat something else means I am more intelligent than Krishna. No, Krishna knows what is best for us. We should follow. Krishna has given us some employer. I want to change. I want to serve other person. That means I am more intelligent than Krishna. No, Vedic culture tells remain in your position, don't change. Remain satisfied with your employer, even if he is not able to pay you. That is destiny. Krishna has given some life partner, still I am having other affairs. I am having greater intelligence, I'll be happy. No. Krishna has told you stick to the relationship. We should not try to become more intelligent than Krishna. So all these things are revolt against Krishna, over endeavoring for happiness, and thus we see happiness does not increase by such efforts. We should understand Krishna, the supreme controller, is my best friend. He has done all the arrangements which are good for me. Pains are planned in life. We should not try to avoid pains. Pains are required to make spiritual advancement for our purification. If we work hard to avoid pain, that is against the instruction, against the arrangement of Krishna. So we should be satisfied. Tatyanukampam susamikshamano. Some pleasures will come, some pains also will come. We should simply stick to our duties. Duties are of various levels. We are fortunate, we are spiritual master. We should stick to spiritual duties. Bhakti is topmost duty. Otherwise, also in normal affairs, person is supposed to stick to one's duty, follow rules and regulations very nicely. And then following the rules and regulations, birth will come, death will come. Arjuna also was hesitating. Oh, my relatives will be killed. Krishna told they are anyway going to be killed. If you don't follow your duty, you will also suffer. So anyway, the birth is fixed, death is also fixed, suffering, happiness of our life, of others, that is fixed. We should simply try to abide by the instructions of Krishna. So we should have faith that Krishna is, and thus we see we become, if we don't work very hard to improve our happiness, we are immediately happy. So that is why Krishna tells, I am very santushto yena kena chit, yo mad bhakta same priyaha. Such a person, devotee, is very dear to me. He is always satisfied in every circumstances. Santushto yena kena chit. Now people are dissatisfied in every circumstances. They always want more. But God is pleased with the person who is always satisfied in any condition of life. Name or infamy, prosperity or poverty, heat or cold. Santushto yena kenachit. So this practice we have to do. How to remain satisfied in every circumstance, not artificially trying to change circumstances. Always remaining satisfied in every circumstance. Santushto yena kenachit. That is called a Brahmana. This is the training in Varnashrama system. Most intelligent people who are guiding the society Varnashrama, they will never try to increase comforts of life. They will try to remain santushto yena kena chit with bare minimum resources. In jungle, in forest, in a small hut, they are completely satisfied. Rather, they try to minimize that also, remove that also. Raghunath Das Goswami, son of big landlord, one of the richest in the country of that time. But he took sannyas, went to Jagannath Puri, and he started begging for food. And an ordinary materialist cannot understand why such a rich person, son of a rich person, he has left his father and he's begging for food. What foolishness it is, especially when there is no animosity with the father. Father sent money. Okay, I am sending money and cooks so that you remain. You want to remain there? Do bhakti, be there. I am sending money and cooks for you for your comfortable life. He stopped that also. No, I don't want. Santushto yena kenachit. He started begging. And then he told begging also is not good. Still, I am dependent on somebody. Then he started picking pieces of grains which are there in the drain, which even animals do not eat. He would remove that soft portion of the rice which has got rotten and smelly. Inside some hard portion is there. He will remove, wash the soft portion, and the hard portion he will eat. In this way, he would maintain his life. Santushto yena kenachit. Satisfied some or other. So this is what we are supposed to practice. If not immediately, our senses have become wrongly trained. We have become brainwashed into it. Okay, up to 50 years, but not after 50 years. After 50 years, upper limit, one must dedicate one's complete energy in serving Krishna. Otherwise, we have lost the opportunity of human form of life. Pancha Shodham Vanam Rajet. After 50 years, one's complete energy should be used just for this purpose. Serving Krishna, remaining satisfied somehow or other. Because Krishna is best friend. He has told, he has given the system, Chatur Varnyam Maya Srishtam. Varnashrama system, and especially the principles of Bhakti Yoga Krishna has created. He is best friend. No harm can happen to us if we follow. And he is the supreme enjoyer. This also we have to remember. I am not the enjoyer. All the problems of life are because I behave like enjoyer. I lead a life so that I can enjoy. As long as I have this tendency, I am doing my activities for my enjoyment. Enjoyment will never be there in our life. There would be troubles in our life. So we should remember Krishna is Bhoktaram. He is supreme enjoyer. So all my activities should be only for the pleasure of Krishna. So all my activities morning to evening should be only for the pleasure of Krishna, Bhoktaram, and he is my best friend and he is the supreme proprietor. So if we simply remember these three things, then Prabhupada tells our life will be completely perfect.
Gyatva mam shantim rashti. Immediately we are peaceful. Where is disturbance in the life? Immediately we are peaceful. I am following the instructions of my best friend, and this friend is most powerful, supreme proprietor. Everything is under his control. So if I follow his instruction, where there is trouble in my life, there can be apparent some external trouble, some pain that is good for me. That is why devotee welcomes every pain in life as mercy of God. Tatte anukampam susamikshamano, because there is no pain in our life. That pain is good for our eternal benefit. The children are sometimes slapped by the parents when they do intoxication or other serious affairs. They commit mistakes. It is for their welfare. So, for our correction, Krishna will give us some pain. Those pains are very good. And other three things also Prabhupada explains here to get anything and everything facility from Krishna. First thing is Krishna will help. We do not rely on anything non Krishna, but He will give facility when He sees we want it very, very seriously. Only when we want very, very seriously, Krishna will give. Yes, I want devotee association. Krishna will give in the remotest of the corners of the world. Krishna will arrange devotee association everywhere. We should want it very, very seriously. Everything will be given, all facilities. But He will give facility when He sees we want it very, very seriously. And what is the symptom that we want it seriously? Then Prabhupada explains working very hard with great determination to get it. If we are very serious about something, we'll work very hard to get it with great determination. So, thus, we should work hard with great determination to get it. And for what? For my enjoyment? No. Third thing is just to be able to serve Him better. I want this facility not for my enjoyment, so that I can serve Krishna better. I want devotee association. I want to chant peacefully. I want Krishna Prasadam so that I can spiritualize myself and thus serve Krishna better. So, these three things. First, only when we are very, very serious to get it, and we are working hard with great determination to get it, only to be able to serve Krishna better. Then Prabhupada explains, then He will give everything and anything. So, this letter was written to George Harrison, and in PS, I think another devotee is marked. Next, Prabhupada explains. Please push on this movement in the Spanish and Portuguese languages with great enthusiasm, and certainly Krishna will bless you for taking so much trouble to preach His glories. A Vaishnava always feels himself incapable to repay his debt to his spiritual master. Therefore, he works very hard in order to try to repay that debt. He knows that without the mercy of spiritual master, one cannot preach this Krishna consciousness, and therefore he always tries to act in such a way that he may please his guru. So Krishna will bless you, Prabhupada is telling, for taking so much trouble to preach his glories. So when we take troubles, in other words, we sacrifice, this is some substance of these instructions. When we take trouble, we do sacrifice and we work very hard, then any person is pleased. And Krishna is also pleased in a similar way. And this is required. Akama sarva kamova moksha kama udaridhi tivrena bhakti yogena yajeta purusham param. The supreme person should be worshipped by bhakti yoga done with great force. Tivrena. Bhakti yoga should be executed with great force, intensity. Tivrena. Whether you have all material desires or you want liberation or you want his love, his loving devotional service. What we have to do is tivrena, intense devotional service. We have to work very hard. We have to sacrifice, take discomforts for service of Krishna, for preaching. A Vaishnava always feels himself incapable to repay his debt to spiritual master. Therefore, he works very hard in order to try and repay that debt. Next, Prabhupada writes, I can very much appreciate your sacrifices for me. Now, my best advice to you is that you remain like Narad Muni, the perfect brahmachari, loitering all over the universe and chanting the Lord's name. I have understood that you are a top first class book distributor, and you can rest assured that this has not gone unnoticed by Krishna. Krishna appreciates very much when his devotee works very hard to serve him. Krishna appreciates very much when he sees that his devotee works very hard to serve him. So, thus, God is a person. It is common sense to understand existence of Vaikuntha. God wants us that we should be there, and going there should be the only aim of life. It is common sense affair. Here, life is not comfortable by increasing the luxuries. Life should be simple living and high thinking. High thinking means Krishna consciousness. Thinking always of Krishna, service of Krishna. And simple. Life should be made as simple as possible. And there is no dearth of facilities, no dearth of opportunities, no dearth of knowledge, provided Krishna is pleased. And Krishna is pleased when we work very hard. This is important. Otherwise, Bhakti Yoga, Prabhupada explains, if one is following Bhakti Yoga and one is not getting the results, that is not possible. It is a science. Science means hydrogen, oxygen must give water. That is science. Similarly, if one is following Bhakti Yoga, one is not getting the results, that means one is a pseudo devotee. Such an impostor can never make any progress. Means he is doing mistake, not following sincerely, not honest. So if we follow, the result will be there. It is a science. So thus, if we follow very nicely, we work very hard, we sacrifice, Krishna is pleased. And in this way, Prabhupada explains, you will always be feeling, you follow just Krishna consciousness is very simple, Prabhupada explains. You get up early in the morning, you take bath, attend Mangala cleanse everything very nicely, go out for preaching. In this way, these basic things, if you follow, then always you will be feeling transcendental ecstasy of enthusiasm. Always devotee will be enthusiastic. Transcendental ecstasy one will feel if these basic things are followed very, very nicely. So there is a mistake even in following the basic things somewhere if one is not able to get the ecstasy, transcendental ecstasy of enthusiasm. So let us try to remember all these three things. Krishna is supreme proprietor. He is best friend. Let us not be envious of Krishna's arrangement. Let us remain satisfied in every circumstances and work very hard for his pleasure. When we work very hard, then there is Krishna will give anything and everything for us to serve him better. With this, we will end. Any questions? Yes, so the question is that in spiritual world also Krishna goes out with the cows in the jungle, and then he comes back after cow grazing is over. And then Mother Yashoda is calling, you come here, it's time for your lunch. So some time should be there for lunch. Otherwise, when a person sleep, when we'll get up, what will happen? So yes, there is time in the spiritual world. There are months also. Everything is there. But time does not control us. It does not have controlling impact, Prabhupada explains. So these the names of the months that we have here. Keshav, Damodar, and uh, Madhusudan. These are all the names of months in the spiritual world, which we follow in the Vaishnav calendar. So these are the names of the months of spiritual world, Vaikuntha. So the months are there, time is there, but time does not control us. Getting late for office, oh, let us go. Or we are getting old, we are going to die. Time does not control. Online? Hmm. Hmm. So question is that Krishna created us. So means there was something missing. That is why he created. Otherwise, God should be Atmaram, self-satisfied. So creation, we are not created. That is fact. We are always present, eternally present with Krishna. And when it is told God is Atmaram, he is satisfied with his own self. So that is a fact. So God is satisfied because there is nothing outside of God. Everything is, we are also self of Krishna. So thus Krishna need not seek any other pleasure outside. So in that way, God is always Atmaram. This is the understanding which Prabhupada gives. And otherwise also, if the living entities come here, still God is satisfied. His only dissatisfaction is that we are suffering here. Otherwise, still God is satisfied always. So there are two meanings of Atmaram which are explained. So in one sense, this material world is considered external energy of Krishna. So God is satisfied with Atma, with his internal energy. There are sufficient living entities for the pleasure of God, and he is always satisfied with that. There's one understanding. Another understanding is that there is nothing outside God. So God always enjoys his own internal potency. We are also internal potency of Krishna only, just that we have forgotten. So just that when it is told we are created, it means that we are existing for the pleasure of Lord. Prabhupada explains sometimes we use the word spiritual creation. So creation does not mean it is created, it means existence or manifestation. So spiritual creation is never created, it is eternally existing. But sometimes we use this word creation. Creation means existence, another way of using it, Prabhupada explains. But because we are using the word creation, it does not mean that there was some point of time when it was created. Everything is eternal. Yes. Yes. So the question is, we discuss the things by which a person can get anything and everything. So some demon can also take advantage of this. So demon will not take because one of the three thing is so that we can serve just for his satisfaction. Demon never wants to satisfy Krishna. He wants his personal satisfaction. So that is why spiritual world is only meant for people who are living for serving other devotees, who have no desire for self-enjoyment, sense enjoyment. So when you do not want to enjoy anything for yourself, then Krishna gives everything. Okay, use everything for others, for the service of devotee, or for my service. So thus this third point, demon cannot execute. Demon means who is self-interested. And devotee means who is always interested in welfare of others. Welfare means, of course, supreme welfare, devotional service. Yeah. Grow materially outside. So question is, if as most of the devotees are working outside, so there should be at least a pinch of dissatisfaction so that they grow. Otherwise, why would anyone work if one is satisfied? I'm always satisfied as assistant manager. So why will he grow beyond? So the understanding is one is always satisfied in that position. There should not be even a pinch of dissatisfaction. But if facility is there to serve Krishna more, then devotee will take it up. Devotee has got unlimited dissatisfaction that I am not able to serve Krishna. And thus he works very hard to satisfy. So the devotee is working inside or outside. He is working just for Krishna's satisfaction. So we are not allergic to money, position, and power. We can have everything for Krishna, for serving Krishna. So for service of Krishna, yes, yes, I will take everything, sir. Give me more money, give me your salary also. I will use it for Krishna. So thus, in this way, the devotee, he works. Prabhupada tells, writes to his devotees who are grastas working outside. earn as much money as possible, but use it for the service of Krishna. So yes, grahastha should devise. So there are different kinds of grahasthas. One grahastha, like Prabhupada told, they are just in temple. Husband, wife, children, everyone is serving Krishna. And the temple maintains them by giving them house, food, and this thing, basic maintenance. And another grahastha option Prabhupada tells, if you want, you can work outside. But then the result of your work you don't enjoy, you give it to Krishna. So such people who are working outside, Prabhupada tells they should earn as much money as possible. And then use, because money is just like our brahmacharis also. Morning to evening, they are thinking money, money, money. Those who are in fundraising team. Because without money, how you can sustain the movement? So morning to evening, what they are thinking? Money, money, money. How to get money? How to get money? Always dissatisfied. More money, more money. But why? 1 rupee they will not keep with themselves. They were sleeping on the floor, they will sleep on the floor. Always. What they were eating after the crores of rupees they are able to collect, they will eat the same thing. They will wear the same clothes, same house they will live in. They will not change anything. But still they are very eager. Why? For service of Krishna. So for my personal life, I am satisfied. But if there is opportunity of serving Krishna more by increased influence in society, increased money, I will take it. Without compromising our sadhana, getting up 4 o'clock in the morning. Any job does not allow me to get up 4 o'clock in the morning, I will leave that job. I should get up 4 o'clock in the morning. Otherwise, any job does not allow me to preach in the evening, I will leave that job. I do not want that job. My morning and evening should be for myself. And then daytime, yes, I work very nicely, honestly, and we engage for Krishna. Just like the devotees, money, money, money. But they will never leave morning and evening program. They will always attend. So my morning and evenings are meant for hearing about Krishna, worshipping Krishna, preaching Krishna. And daytime also I should try to do that. You are having a business deal with somebody. You give him Krishna book also and preach little. We should not lose the opportunity. So daytime also, but morning and evening dedicated for Krishna. And daytime whenever possible. Daytime also, in break person will go and smoke. Night time completely intoxicated. This is somebody was telling about a CM. No CM after 8 p.m. So so she will be completely intoxicated. But daytime also, where is opportunity, they will do intoxication and come. But evening time, dedicated intoxication. So morning and evening, we have no business. Daytime also, whenever possible, we'll preach, we'll hear. So this should be life of devotee. Of course, we cannot take drastic steps. Prabhupada tells situations might be inconvenient for you. Job, business, your situation may not allow. So start offering the results to Krishna and then work hard sincerely to that end. Then Krishna will give you suitable. So I was, so of course, there is very nice devotee Mataji who supports our movement nicely. And she is one of the uh, top donors to us. She would not like to reveal her identity, so I cannot tell. But I asked that, what is your source of income? Because she was already contributing. She wanted to contribute more. And she is old and she's contributing so much. Sometimes people out of sentiment, they may give. And so I was cautious that you have to take care of your future. But what is the source of your money? And this thing, will you be able to afford this much donation? So they told yes. So I understood more how you are able to, how much time you are giving in this job. So she told practically no time I am giving. Sometimes I go to visit my staff, everything I've delegated, I give them prasadam, give them some enthusiasm. And despite this, she is the topmost performer in her company. So they have got a very nice franchise of a business. And how they got franchise, Mataji tells, she was in some other job. She was doing book distribution. So in a departmental store, just like we have DMart here, she went and stumbled across this person who was owner of business and gave him book. And the businessman became so much impressed. She could be best marketing woman I can ever get. And he started following up with her that you please join my business, take franchise and this thing. And of course, she did not take that time. Eventually, she took. And now she's so comfortable. She's having more deities than we have in our temple. She's stitching, sewing the clothes very nicely for the deities, doing prasadam distribution, and very nicely following Krishna consciousness. Entire families, they are devoted. And she's having all the time and all the resources also to this Krishna's arrangement. She was never even seeking job. She wanted to preach very nicely. Very nice preacher. She has been the top book distributor. And the people who got books from her, they have become top book distributors now in US and those places. So she has always been very nice, very active preacher, very dedicated preacher. And Krishna has made life so comfortable that without giving any time, any endeavor, there is comfortable life, so much so that not just they are able to keep themselves comfortable, they are able to contribute significantly also for the movement. So Krishna is supreme proprietor. Why will he not give us facility? He will give us everything. Prabhupada writes in Bhagavatam, maximum 8 hours you should spend, but if you are sincere, Krishna will inspire from the heart how to save time for Krishna consciousness. Krishna will guide. So thus I have never seen devotees not being able to take out time. Sincere devotees, they are always able to get time. Everything is in control of Krishna, and Krishna is eager to have our service. Krishna is eager. He wants to have our service. We want to give service. What is stopping? Nothing is stopping. We are not eager to serve Krishna. That's it. Krishna is always eager. So I've never seen devotees lacking anything. All facilities are given. Always devotees are kept comfortable. So we should be eager. Yeah. Any other question? At CERN. In CERN, I think there where they study the God particle. They have Nataraj statue and they explain that he is the creator of universe. So yes, that is why people get confused. In the Vedas, it is told Durga is creator. And then it is told Shiva is creator. And then it is told Brahma is creator. And then it is told Vishnu is creator. So people tell Brahma is equal to Durga is equal to Shiva is equal to Vishnu. But this is not fact because mother is also creator of child. Father also can be called creator of child. Grandfather also can be called creator. Because unless grandfather is there, very question of father and mother. So a very intelligent man tells grandfather is equal to father is equal to mother is equal to nurse who helped in creation. Nurse is equal to grandfather is equal to father is equal to mother. All are one. This is the foolishness of impersonalist. He tells Durga is equal to Shiva is equal to any form you can imagine because see, Vedas are telling all are creator. So no, all are creator in their respective positions. Yes, Lord Shiva is also creator because Shiva is controller of Durga, who is the controlling creating energy. And Durga creates through Brahma one universe. Like this, she has got many Brahmas under her control. So Brahma is also creator, Durga is also creator, Shiva is controller of Durga, Shiva is also creator. And Vishnu is supreme person. He is ultimate creator. Sarva Karan Karanam, Ishvara Parama Krishna. So in this way, unless we take shelter of a bona fide parampara, we'll get bewildered by reading such instructions from the Vedas. So yes, Nataraj in that sense creator, but there is someone who is even creator of Nataraj. So that is Lord Krishna. That is the Vedic understanding. Any other question? We'll finish. Shri Shri Radha Krishna Chandra ki jai. Granthara Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam ki. Jagat Guru Srila Prabhupada ki.